8:05 p.m. Tuesday, August 13th, episode number 738 of Oh Yeah Dude. My name is Jonathan, and this is Seth.
It's like a dream. 738 episodes of Oh Yeah Dude. Mizu he's up on a...
Don't worry, if you don't see him in frame
right now, he's
taking a nap.
Sleeping, he's resting. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh Yeah Dude, America through the eyes of two Americans. I have heard a lot of people out in the world, on the streets, on my socials, in the entertainment sphere, they've been calling us America's podcast. Crazy.
All of a sudden.
All right. 13 and a half years in.
I was
Cool.
reflecting back on Sponge in the Windowsill, and I really, it's one of the finer slogans, hashtags ever created, and it's beyond me that it never took off the way that it should have.
It's funny.
And I guarantee you, in the next 10 years, someone will steal it, use it, and make it huge. And so at least maybe when that happens, they can play this episode of me basically poor man copywriting your fucking...
I'll be on Know Your Meme in 2022, and they'll be like, a high school student named Adam Davidson in Spokane, Washington, in 2022 invented the hashtag Sponge in the Windowsill. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Little League World Series, 73rd annual Little League World Series.
Where is it happening?
Well, they do that Sunday, August 25th will be the actual World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. So I was watching all the teams in the regionals battling.
Who's looking good?
There's some, there's always some small fries. Like maybe, back when everybody was the same size, when I was like the greatest athlete, I was like the Bo Jackson of like the Haverhill middle school system or elementary school system till everybody grew. There's some pipsqueaks, and then there's some just
big boys.
There's a big boy whose mom has to hold a sign up, I'm his mom, and yes, he's 12, like in the stands.
He's 6'7".
It's unbelievable. So, learning a lot about these kids. I learned Jack Smith from Bothell, Washington. Favorite actor, Adam Sandler.
I mean,
Marshall Luke, River Ridge, Louisiana, loves Adam Sandler. It's funny, Justin Lee's a pitcher over in South Riding, Virginia. Adam Sandler. Travis Udrowski, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Adam Sandler. Logan Ahn, pitcher, Washington, D.C. Adam Sandler. All over the country. 12-year-olds from every region in the country have a favorite actor.
Maybe if you leave that one blank in the questionnaire,
they just automatically
put Adam Sandler in for you.
The computer fills it in for you.
Like, I'm not allowed to watch movies. Like, well, Adam Sandler then.
Kyle Rudolph, third baseman, South Riding, Virginia, loves Will Ferrell.
There we go.
So does Brady Yates. He's over in South Riding. Owen Mangini and Henry Mahoon from Coeur d'Alene. Will Ferrell.
Well, what are you expecting them to say? Like Benicio del Toro.
They're 12 years old.
So I'm just if you had to answer that question
right now,
right before your Little League World Series game, you're playing first base. You've got your questionnaire.
Me right now as a 12-year-old?
Yeah, no. You back then as a 12-year-old. You when you were 12. If you had to answer that question,
I'm 12 years old.
Who is your favorite actor? Who would you be saying?
I would say, I don't know, Sylvester Stallone. Maybe.
I would have said Christian Slater.
That
would have been my...
Cole Netherland.
Laurence Olivier.
Oh, me? I don't know.
Of all time?
Probably Rod Steiger. What?
Who's a man of 1,000 faces? What's his name?
Wait a minute. Can we do silent actors?
Are we talking talkies? Or
are we doing the talkies, or can we go silent? Can I do kabuki? Because there's a Japanese kabuki actor, James Caldarella, Barrington, Rhode Island. Favorite movie, Talladega Nights. Riley Wilson, Salem, Oregon. Favorite movie, Elf.
I mean, Seth,
Cole Cauley, favorite movie, Anchorman.
Listen.
Will Dingaramba. I'm just going to...
It's white trash, dude.
Step
You're
Brothers.
talking about the fucking Little League World Series.
These are fucking white trash How
kids.
can a 12-year-old's favorite movie be Step Brothers, Anchorman, Elf, or Talladega Nights? I guess because they're made for 12-year-olds, but isn't...
And also their parents... that's what their parents make them watch.
Because their dumb parents are like 38.
And they love Will Ferrell and Adam Sandler.
That's it.
Everybody loves Step Brothers.
Really?
I know.
Oh, they
It's
do.
crazy. I don't know how or why, but they do.
They do.
Talladega Nights.
They love Talladega Nights. They love Anchorman. They love Elf.
These are the best movies we've ever had.
Hudson Kramer, pinch hitter on the Coeur d'Alene, Idaho Little League baseball team. What's your favorite band? Journey. Okay. I'm here for it. What? What are you talking about? Faithfully.
Maybe he's talking about a rapper we don't know about.
Oh, you mean?
Oh,
Oh,
from Atlanta.
oh, Young Journey.
Young Journey. It's spelled different.
Invest.
Invest in Journey.
Andrew Mahoon. He's a shortstop over in Coeur d'Alene. Favorite
It's
TV
Coeur
show?
d'Alene, just so you know.
Oh, Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur de Militia.
Yeah, you got some
Yeah.
you got some racist boys up there.
Coeur de Militia, Idaho. Favorite TV show? Grey's Anatomy.
These parents are answering these questions for these kids. These kids don't do anything but play baseball.
They're just playing
That's
baseball.
the only thing they can do.
Dude,
They've gotten into the fucking World Series. You think they got time to be dicking around?
These kids suck. I watched all these games. They suck. Dink! They're like so bad. Dink! Like little dribblers, like, you're out! So bad. Your favorite TV show is Grey's Anatomy? Andrew? That's like a nighttime, like sort of a medical, soapy, sexy drama. I love it. I love it. Kyle Johnson. Who's your favorite singer? Well, that's John Bon Jovi. Okay.
I can't do this. Is amazing.
Parker Pohl from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I play third base, and my favorite book is the Bible.
Yeah. Well,
What?
could have told you that.
The Bible. Is that a Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Part 6, the Bible. Snagglepuff and the Bible. It's your favorite book, huh? That's the book you.
It's the best.
That's the best book.
It's the
It's
best.
filled with tales and stories. Really?
And it's so well written.
All the books? Isn't it like Wimpy Kid, like Diary of a Wimpy Jesus
How
or
to
something?
Train Your Dragon.
How to Train Your Jizo? Any other books? All right. Camden Rogers, he's from Peachtree City, Georgia. Favorite song? What's your favorite song? That'd be Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Awesome. Which version?
The church one.
Is it, which one?
The churchy kind.
Marvin Gaye, Diana Ross. Ain't No Mountain High Enough is your favorite song. And then if I saw this, I'm just picturing this kid like in his room, like before they take
Ain't
the
no
trip.
mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river
What are you doing in there? Like,
wide enough,
Camden?
baby.
Camden?
I'll be out in a minute.
Give me a second.
'Cause there ain't. Yeah.
This is my boy here. Hello. This is from Elizabeth, New Jersey. Hello, my name's Justin Labrador. At home, they call me Husta. Don't measure me by my height, my hair. Measure me by my heart. And that's how I felt. They counted me out in Little League. But just like Husta, I said, don't measure me by my hair or my height or these.
Actually do though. Measure me by
But
my hair.
actually, height, you got to measure me by that. And actually, yeah, because now that
If I
everyone
could-
grew, I'm not as good. Just
But
stick with my
look at
hair.
the hair.
Look at my hair. I'm not in Little League anymore. And
This is major league hair right here.
my name's Mason Wetzel, and Chipotle is my life.
Sick. Is he a catcher?
I'm DC. Wow.
Journey.
Faithfully. What? What are you doing in there?
I'm getting pumped.
I'm
for
getting
the-
pumped with Steve Perry, Open Arms. That's how I pump myself up for the World Series game. Going into extra innings, looks like, what's his name? Hudson's over in the corner. He's got his bows. He's canceling out some. No, what is he doing? He's mouthing something. Circus life. What? Under the big. What are you singing? It's my favorite. It's my favorite band. Migos? No.
No. Fuck, man. It's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough.
Will there be a time? I'll be watching the Little League World Series. every year for the rest of my life. When do Will and Adam get phased out? Or am I just resigned to a life where these people that make me psychotic they'll always be in my face and in my business?
I mean, no, because
At some point in time, I will be watching the Little League World Series on ESPN, and they, not a single child will say, not a single 12-year-old will say Adam Sandler or Will Ferrell is his favorite actor.
no.
Okay. It will happen.
Yeah.
As long as I know, you can promise
But
me.
they'll be like,
What will be the first, what do you think the first year it will happen with neither one? I have another 5 years, a decade?
oh, you got at least 10.
So
I'd say at least
maybe
10.
in my late 50s.
But then it'll be replaced by like PewDiePie.
I don't, Jonathan,
It'll be like
I do not care what the names are as long as those two are eventually replaced.
yeah.
But we allow it.
Who does?
America, the industry. Ron Burgundy starting a second season of his podcast, so he appeared on one night on all 6 late night talk shows as Ron Burgundy. It's fostered. It's allowed.
It's not just allowed. It's
All 6
it's
shows.
fostered.
Conan
Like you're
O'Brien,
saying,
Jimmy
it's-
Kimmel, Seth Meyers, Jimmy Fallon, James Corden, and Stephen Colbert on one night. All 6 shows in different forms. It's fostered.
He's beloved.
Beloved. National treasure.
Perhaps, yes.
Maybe even more, probably more than Adam. He's an actual. Who's more beloved?
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler is more beloved than Will Ferrell.
Ultimately. Yeah.
Ultimately,
Yeah.
because of his talent,
Well, I
his
just would
grace,
say,
his elegance.
I would just say he's been at it a little bit longer. I mean, Will Ferrell, like,
Okay.
I mean, Adam
So
Sandler
he's
was
got a little
already
bit-
like he had already done Happy Gilmore
already being
and like
hysterical,
before.
already making the best things that we've ever seen and ever will. Every single one of them, absolute fucking bangers from top to bottom. Put them on right now. Fall off your couch, cheering.
Especially Lil Nicky.
Couldn't even rate them, because when you make 25 masterpieces of comedic excellence, you can't say one's better than the other. Am I going to say Zohan is better than? Give me another one.
No.
Madison. Can't. It's like my children.
Which is Zohan? Is that he's like the
He's
Israeli
he's a, like,
hairdresser?
hairdresser?
Is he Israeli?
I think he's like in the Mossad or something. Billionaires. Both of them. Billionaires.
There was a rise in cyberbullying nationwide, with 3 times as many girls reporting being harassed online or by text message than boys, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. Now, the U.S. Department of Education's research and data arm this month released its latest survey, which shows an uptick in online abuse through the overall number of students who report being bullied, uptick in online abuse, though the overall number of students who report being bullied stayed the same. Quote, there's just some pressure in that competitive atmosphere that is all about attention. Whalen said, quote, the social media acceptance, it just makes sense to me that it's more predominant amongst girls. Many school systems that once had a hands-off approach to dealing with off-campus student behavior are now making cyberbullying rules, outlining punishments such as suspension or expulsion, according to Brian Huffey, the Director of Education and Youth Development at AASA, a National School Superintendents Association.
That makes me...
What?
It just fires me up.
What does?
That bullying. I thought we stopped that. Didn't we stop that?
I guess not. I guess we didn't do anything. It's exactly the same.
I think I said it was worse.
Maybe worse.
It's worse?
Yeah.
Maybe because there's new ways. I can't.
What?
We're so busted.
Safe to assume that you are down with schools creating rules for their students and how they behave online outside of school.
It's safe to assume if you're being a fucking asshole monster at any point and you're a child, an adult can come and talk to you or maybe your parents and say, look, this is fucked up. What's your... There needs to be a more direct fucking approach to shit in this realm when people are fucking being cruel and acting like shitheads. In real life, they talk about like bullying, and it's like, oh, bullying, well, it's just something that exists when it's just like we said, if we were, let's say you and I were teaching high school, you know, I spin the hat, I spin the chair, I'm in the mix, yo. What's up, kids? Euphoria High School. I'm your fucking teacher. What's going down? Yeah, I know Molly. Yeah, I know Molly. Fuck yeah, I used to date her. Whatever you gotta do, you would know what's going on, and couldn't you pull people aside and be like, your behavior sucks. What we need is people only listen to, like, I guess, celebrities. Celebrities have to spend a week in like schools and then pull people aside that are acting shitty and be like, you're acting shitty, and I know you'll only listen to me because I'm a celebrity. And so stop acting like that, please. And have some sort of presence where if shit's going on, you can like go to parents and be like, I want to show you like how cruel your fucking kid is being.
So just to touch on that briefly, I was a smart mouth kid.
Smart Alec?
And I mean, I years after high school remember running into certain people that I would even have considered myself friends with and fond of during that time.
Okay.
That said that I said things to them that lived with them for years. And
probably beautiful poetic things?
No.
Oh.
Cruel observational things.
Oh, no.
And it was something that I used as a comedic device to make other people laugh at others' expenses.
Okay.
And
you're an insult comic.
I wish I was aware then of how hurtful some of the things that I was saying to people were.
Okay.
And I don't know how I could have, because, well, part of the issue is that as devastating as someone can be at any age, but certainly in those formative years where you're creating an identity for yourself, you're becoming self-aware in a way that you haven't before, and somebody else that's there is zeroing in on things that you're already struggling with or sensitive about.
Yeah.
But I didn't know I was being so hurtful.
Okay.
Because I don't think that was my intention. I think I was unaware of how devastating that stuff was.
I guess that's a little bit more nuanced, and it sounds like in retrospect, your reflection now is this woke person. I think these examples are like where they're talking about girls. It's like people being so cruel, the girls are thinking about fucking killing themselves.
Right.
It's like, can't like... Why does that have to just continually? Well, you know, it's her. You know, this person does that because they act out and like, fuck. Why anyone is doing shitty things? Someone needs to go in and say, stop doing these fucking shitty things.
How do you catch them doing it?
Well, I guess online, I guess we have to.
Well, I guess the point I was going to make, it would require the person not only being devastated by what I had said to them, but then going to somebody else or confronting me and admitting how devastatingly hurtful the thing was.
They wouldn't want to do
that.
So
the victim of the situation, the onus is on them to then put their hand up and say, this was devastatingly hurtful, and it's not okay. And that takes an awful lot.
Well, what we need to do is...
the intimidation of what might happen if that's what happened to them unsolicited. What happens if they,
because
call them out on it?
I have a cyber team.
And you're not supposed to snitch. So you're like doubly fucked because you're like, this person's a fucking bastard and should be called out. The only way they can get called out is by an older authority figure, a parent or a teacher, coming down on them. The only way that's going to happen is if I go to that person and narc on these fools, and then I'm a snitch because I didn't deal with shit on my own. It's like wildly complicated.
I guess it's too complicated. What about my cyber team I'm going to assemble that goes online and gets into these? They're on WhatsApp. They're on Snapchat. They're seeing and they're hearing what's happening.
I would say that...
And not in a fumbly-dumbly like,
No,
our
I would
Facebook team on our local police.
I would say that...
We hire people, and they're paid by the school district, and they get into the mix.
I mean, the question is this.
My cyber team.
Is a child's privacy less important than an adult's privacy?
Yes.
And in that case, should children be allowed to carry on in private and in secrecy the way that they are? Because it seems as though that is a breeding ground for
It's
a tough spot.
Me like talking so out of my ass. No fucking 888-842-2357. You can call if you have a child who's, I guess, 10 to 18 and tell me like, you know, why is somebody texting you broccoli? What? Oh, you guys are you going to the salad bar? Cool. Honey, my cyber team will get to the bottom of it, dog. It don't matter. It's impossible.
Yeah.
But it starts in the school and then it makes its way out of the school. So if you're fucking half awake, you know who's being a shithead to who. And for what reason? Because it's like an 80s fucking John Hughes movie. It's like you can go into you and I could walk in and secretly put a fucking two-way mirror. We could sit in a classroom and be like, that person's getting picked on, that person's getting picked on. See it happen. Couldn't we pull the people aside and be like, there's a two-way mirror and we saw what you did, like, can you, I don't really care why you're doing that. You can go on and on. Maybe your older brother beats you up or like your father's an alcoholic. Don't do that. Is that cool? Could you not do that? Is that, no? Can you stop doing that? Why are you doing that? It's not cool to do that. We saw you knock all the books out of that fucking geek's hand and everyone laughed. Like, don't do that. I'm directly asking you to stop knocking the books out of that geek's hand.
But you've got to do that to,
everybody.
14 million fucking teenagers.
I'm a jobs creator. That's the platform I'm running on.
Cyber crack.
You want to
team.
talk about creating jobs? My cyber fucking team. But it starts my cyber team starts in the streets.
And then it goes
in the laboratory.
And then at night it goes online.
It goes out. We were in Boise, Idaho last week, Jonathan and I, watching a Cops episode, and I just want to... They found a gentleman. He looked to be, maybe he was in his 40s. He was on a sort of BMX child's bicycle, probably a man in his mid-40s. He seemed to be at a business, a closed business, peeking in the window.
I think he was... yeah.
Peeking would be, let's say...
He was looking
intently into a closed business at 2 a.m. So the cop said, what were you doing at the business right here? I have C for cop and P for perp. I'll be reading the roles of cop and perp.
Oh, I don't get a script.
Maybe you should.
You could have split it.
Could you read cop? Yeah, maybe you could read cop.
Wait, have you memorized the perp?
I memorized all of it. No, you got to give it back to me.
No, you do it. You do it.
I was looking in. I was because I was going to get a job here, A, and B, and the place was closed. And the last time in my a family member was supposed to have bought it. Cop is as puzzled as you are now driving in your automobile, and the cop says to the perp, "Okay," yeah, and it's no big deal. It's no big deal. I was just going home, and I'm sorry. Plus, I wanted to know what they were serving, and stuff like that. You and I in the cop, we didn't know stuff like that. I mean, like, I've never really eaten there, and I know I just started up a new job there, over here, and I wanted to see what they have because I work all the time there. Have you applied there yet? Yeah, this morning I did. Yeah, Do you know what kind of food they sell? What do they sell there? What kind of food is it? They sell like a lot of raspberry type drinks. What? Like raspberry kind of drinks. Okay. I swear to God, I'm sorry. Now, me again being more direct, as the cop would
You
be
would've
like,
shot him
I
already.
would have shot him dead. But before I shot him dead, I would have been like, the place you're at, they sell raspberry type drinks? What the fuck are you talking about? I mean, if it said Raspberry Emporium, you might be like, maybe they do.
Yeah.
Maybe they only sell raspberry things. Crepes. Do you have an ID? Yeah, he does. It's 10. All the IDs. So the perp replies, I actually do not have any identification on me.
Go figure.
What's your first name? John. How do you spell it? Jon? John. Smith. Oh wait, I'm sorry. How do you spell it? Smifth. I'm sorry. Smith. You have to spell it again. Mith. Smith. John Smith. I feel like you're not being straight with me. What's in your mouth? Is there something in his mouth? It should be chewed up aspirin or part of a Klonopin. There's one or the other. And then they found a lot of meth on him, hence maybe the raspberry type answer because of the meth. But then they put him through TrueNarc.
Which we had never seen.
The officer takes out a sort of lightsaber machine.
Futuristic looking.
Yeah, takes the little bag of meth.
Best name ever.
TrueNarc. And just points a laser at the bag.
Doesn't have to take anything out of the bag.
Doesn't have to do any of it. And then it reads, 5 seconds later, it just says in bold red letters, says methamphetamine on the screen of this super fucking crazy TrueNarc laser machine.
It was like, I mean, the whole interaction was pretty mind-boggling, and then at the end to see a piece of like
We went from
cop tech that we've never seen before.
That just went low tech to high tech real quick.
Obviously,
I mean, in the barracks, they call me TrueNarc because I took his machine and just pressed it down and held the bag up and said, methamphetamine. I'm the original TrueNarc. Fine, test it. Then it said methamphetamine. I was like, thank you.
No, it's not crushed up aspirin.
Thank you.
It wasn't Klonopin or crushed up aspirin. But Seth was saying that also because of the fentanyl epidemic that these cops can't risk taking drugs out of bags in order to test them.
Yeah,
so this thing's been invented that just allows everything to just stay completely like where it's at.
You should be able to do it with it in his pocket, not even like
just like a little
just
like
TrueNarc
little
from top to
wand.
bottom.
The TrueNarc wand.
The TrueNarc just says raspberry type drinks. Like what? What do they serve here though? What do they serve? Well, I'll tell you. Raspberry infused items.
A lot of raspberry type drinks.
Oh my God, this whole place. You ever seen a Coke freestyle machine, officer? Imagine it if everything was raspberry infused, if that was the only real option. He was arrested.
He was arrested.
They took his bicycle.
It wasn't his.
It wasn't his, but they returned the bicycle to the sixth grader down the street, which is great. Oh man,
it ain't easy out
it's
there.
not easy anywhere, and we're all doing our best. You know, that's all we can do.
I hope he gets his job there.
Well, he's definitely going to get it once they watch this interview.
See how dedicated he was.
Maybe they
Hanging
thought
out
like,
outside.
we should maybe have raspberry type drinks.
USA Today snapshots. Families going back to school shopping.
Oh,
as we're coming to the end of summer here.
Already on that. School starts in like a week.
Families plan to spend a record amount on back to school shopping this year, up from the average last year, which was $684.79.
That's a per kid?
Yeah.
What if you got 4 kids?
Average amount spent this year is looking like coming in around $696.70.
For
what?
For what?
I mean, besides, I guess,
Jordans?
pair
Right
of
there,
J's,
done.
that's fucking $350-$400.
Oh, I got to get the 3s.
Well, especially if you didn't get them, like, actually, you have to go and cop them from, like, a flight club. Because,
Dad,
like,
yeah, I didn't. I want that color scheme.
I missed it on the line.
I missed it.
You got to buy it for me.
Fuck,
on
you gotta give me those-
Grailed and StockX.
Yeah, stock. Those are 800. But we only get... fuck. You're right there. You're done.
We only get 696.
I get 696. But yeah, my J's were 800. I mean, for this drip, this like 5th grade, like first day of school drip. Like kids just coming in, just like, what's up? I mean, what are those Rick Owens? Like,
You know,
those are Rick Owens pants? Yeah, they're in my budget. I killed all my brothers and sisters, and I got their 700.
got to bust down and
These
these Rick
700.
Owens.
These J's were 800. Color scheme you've never seen. These are 3s, yeah. Color scheme.
Got them Yeezy
But
boosts.
yeah, I got that Supreme collab right here with Chipotle. Boom. This was $250. My Supreme Chipotle collab sweatshirt. Yeah, I can only wear it once though. I'll Polaroid it. I can wear it first day of school. I can
Throw
maybe
it
wear it
away.
the day after we go back from Thanksgiving break. Maybe
once.
for the Drip Chronicles right here.
It's tough.
Oh, it's tough.
I mean, my kid would be laced.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't let him get
You
caught
wouldn't-
slipping for a minute, or her,
No, that was you would be.
or they,
I mean, or them.
or them.
You would be so fucked at the amount of money that you would have to have a child. I mean, think about it. Think about it.
I know.
Even if you try to go secondhand, and if you like, hand them at your places.
I know.
God,
I mean, I
Dad,
buy a lot of luxury secondhand, and it
Dad,
doesn't save me any money.
Dad.
I spend just the
Like,
same amount.
I know.
I just wind up buying it more often. And
Man, I know Shalexander. What?
Shalexander.
Shalexander. That is, how do they do it? What if they need like a fucking, I need an iPad?
Well, 100%. You need an iPad.
Of course you do.
What are you gonna give me, like a Galaxy tablet? Like,
Yeah. Bring your kid a Herschel backpack, he spits in your fucking face. Dad, I'm not in 4th grade, I'm in 5th grade. Oh my God. This is, honey,
I'm gonna die.
I'm going to die. I mean, you
true,
got to get
though.
him a fucking Lyft account just to get him to and from school. That's like, I
Uber-
mean,
Uber Black.
impossible for him to stop at Shake Shack every fucking time. You stop at Shake Shack on the way to school and on the way home? Oh my God. Honey, we just started shopping. I'm like $2,000 in the hole already. Alexander.
We're gonna have to kill one of the kids.
Alexander's already talking about killing all the other kids. Impossible.
Alexander Larroquette is like the best name. I would
oh my
I don't know what I'd
God.
do. I don't know where I would draw the line.
You wouldn't. That's what the problem is.
I don't know.
Because your kid would be smart. Your daughter's going to be smart. She'll have a way to say, Dad. And then she'll pull out her phone. She'll FaceTime like her girlfriends and they'll be again. You'll be like, oh, I got it.
They got him.
They got him. They got him. I mean, her dad does have that fucking monster job at iTunes and fuck. Oh my God. How am I going to take him to school in this
How am I gonna-
Mercedes? What if
yeah.
somebody has the...
How am I going to compete with this?
I only got the... What do you got? The E... The E what?
400.
There's a C something or a D? There's a double D? How about that
Mercedes double D.
Mercedes triple Ds if somebody pulls up on that sled? Yeah. That's why my fucking Buddhist plan is fucking popping.
Which is what?
My Buddhist kid.
Well, yeah.
One outfit, shaved
Skinny
head,
as fuck. So
just
thin.
emaciated, malnourished as fuck. Zen as fuck.
Cool to hang out with. Like,
Don't give a shit about
easy breezy.
Easy breezy, beautiful. My child.
My Buddhist kid.
My Buddhist child just shows up to school, fucking one maroon linen, busted ass old sandals.
the
Don't give a
maroon's
fuck.
good because it doesn't show the blood stains from getting beat up every
Oh,
day.
from the beatings? No, because it just when the beatings come, he just turns and it's just like a whoa.
Wow, it's like a superhero.
Yeah, it's just fucking indigo star fucking child Buddhist fuck kid. So happy. How was school today, Papa?
It was
wonderful.
blissful as always.
Blissful as always. I ate nothing as always. Had 1 grain of rice, and we learned of history.
The crazy kid.
Can't let these kids get caught up in it because it's a cycle, Jonathan. The cycle. It's like we've learned the ride never
stops.
It never stops.
I mean, it's just
it's an endless cycle until fucking of death, rebirth, fucking until we escape this fucking bullshit. I want my kid to escape right from the get.
Yeah.
Why wait?
Get out now.
My kid's out now. She's 3. She's already reached like full enlightenment.
She's left samsara.
She's
entirely.
left.
She's here.
Samsara Romatelli's here with us physically, not really there. Try talking to her. Yeah, cuckoo. Great kid though. Great kid. Me and her mom love her. She is fucking out there. Get her on that fucking shit now. Then don't have to worry about like,
The thing about having a hip kid is that you want the kid to be actually hip and not just...
You just want your kid to be smart. I think that takes care of so much. Doesn't that like take care of stuff?
Smart is tough because smart gets you into some sketchy areas.
Dicey areas, you think?
Because they start believing their own bullshit.
You can't let them do that.
They alienate themselves from people of their own social groups because they are basically told that they're smarter than all of them.
In
and
a
so
book club with adults at like a local library.
It's like terrible. So like turn the kid into like a fucking Martian.
Yeah.
So then you got that. And then, like I'm saying, I was saying hip. Hip.
Yeah.
Hip is hip.
Hip is cool.
Hip is not as cool as cool though, because cool is actually not cool when you're a kid.
Effortless.
No,
Oh,
hip is effortless. Cool is like, oh, you're cool.
Hip is not effortless because hip requires. It's almost like fashion and style. Style is its own thing that's just cool, whereas fashion is more. It's sort of like it requires. How do I? You'd rather be.
I think I'd rather
cool
be
than
hip. No, I'd rather be hip than cool.
No, you'd rather be cool because if you're cool, you're just cool. It doesn't. The winds don't change that. It doesn't. You're just.
I guess what I mean by cool is that there are plenty of people who are. You're right. There's plenty of people who are hip who aren't cool.
Yeah.
But there's people who aren't hip that are cool.
People that. Say that one more time.
There's plenty of people who are cool that aren't, or not, who are hip that aren't cool.
Oh, I would say
most of them.
Most.
Right. And I was like, and there's plenty of people who are cool that aren't hip. Like, oh, you're cool, even though like you're not in touch with
you're
all right.
Yeah.
Fine. So I've yes.
We can co-parent.
I need a cool. That's what we need to do. My 2 pod dads.
Yeah.
Dadcasters.
They take care of me. They love me. They let me be me.
We now know the DNA of guacamole. Scientists have sequenced the avocado genome, shedding light on the ancient origins of this buttery fruit and laying the groundwork for future improvements to farming. With regard to modern affairs, the study reveals for the first time that the popular Hass avocado inherited about 61% of its DNA from Mexican varieties.
It's amazing.
And about 39% from Guatemalan
Science.
varieties. Avocados come in many types, but Hass, first planted in the 1920s, comprises the bulk of avocados grown around the world. Fuck yeah. The research also provides vital reference material for learning about the function of individual avocado genes and for using genetic engineering to boost productivity of avocado trees, improve disease resistance, and create fruit with new tastes and textures.
Oh, no.
This tastes like cotton candy.
That's where it goes off the rails.
The study is important for agriculture. The growing global market for avocados was worth about $13 billion in 2017, with Mexico being the largest producer.
Took 100 years, and now we know. But you're exactly right. Do you want avocado?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you want? Yeah.
But
do you want chocolate avocado?
You want chocolate? You want chocolate almond, or chocolate pistachio?
Or do you want original?
Ooh, I think I want an avocado. What do you mean? See, things can just.
But think about how good that fucking vegan chocolate avocado ice cream is.
But just please.
Think about how good it's going to be when they make things out of it for you so that you can eat them. Things that they used to make out of other things.
Keep things. Would you like avocado? As long as it's GMO and twisted out in a really kooky way.
Avocado butter.
Ooh, that has cayenne, right? No, it's just a fucking avocado. Do you want it? Well, let me see. What is this flavor? What's the taste profile? Like a could you do spearmint, peppermint, and angel mint? Angel mint? Yeah, it's a new mint that we made
in
in 2020. It's called Angel Mint. It's amazing. Just you've learned about. I mean, literally, it's
just make
like a billion. You made it, and you just make it so they can. I have an idea. Fuck cotton candy avocados. Just make an avocado just make it cost like $1.
Yeah, or not go black after like 8 minutes out in the air.
Maybe do that.
That'd be cool.
I cut the avocado.
When?
2 minutes ago. Great. And just take
over.
it, throw that out, and get another one. Oh, you only bought one.
Perfect.
Sweet fruit. Buttery. Yeah, there's so many things we could just
not go black after 35 seconds exposed to oxygen.
Cost like less than $4 a pop.
That'd be cool too.
And then we can leave you know, whatever. What generation are we on? The kids?
Z?
Z, not millennials, and then there's something younger. Leave it to them. They'll do. I just want a simple avocado.
X, Y, Z.
Is that what it
millennials? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think the newest one would be Z. Is that right?
I think so. I don't know. I think so.
I think so.
What's going on? What's that smell? This is sweet. It's sweet aromas coming in, wafting
nice,
into your window.
What is that?
It smells like a stew or some sort.
Some sort of goulash?
What is that? A goulash?
What is that? What are the flavors of my neighborhood? Is that Oaxacan? Is that Sonoran?
I don't think so. I think that's some type of
Cubano?
Eastern European.
Eastern European, more of a beet. Getting more of a beet paste.
It's like a roast.
A heavy brisket. I'm getting a heavier. The meat district?
Wafting into your fucking house.
Quick recap of
your trip.
my trip.
I had the best vegan fucking birthday dinner at Crossroads like ever, just so you know.
You went to Crossroads on your birthday for me.
Fucking epic.
Thank you for me.
Yeah, well, you're like in Cleveland, not for me.
Getting you your serum, which will be
Thank you.
Doing that later.
Insanely good. Better than ever.
You just hit up everything. You got it's your birthday. A tasting menu. You must have a Jonathan's tasting menu.
Prefix Jonathan's tasting menu. So fucking good though. It's fucking crazy.
It's the best. You gotta go to Nick's.
Do I?
Nick's on Beverly. Oh no, yes. Nick's is a direct fucking competition to Crossroads.
It's across from the Improv? It's where the Mustache Cafe used to be?
No, it's on Beverly.
Oh, it's on Beverly.
Yeah.
And what?
I want to say Orlando.
All right.
Yeah. I mean it's Crossroads direct competition. It's like you go to Crossroads, you see Ellen, you go to Nick's, you might see Beyonce. They're battling.
My friend Ryan said that he's been to Crossroads 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And Jake Gyllenhaal has been there all 4 times.
Oh my God. How is that not?
Isn't that amazing?
How does that not happen for me?
I was just like, oh, that's a dream.
How does that not happen for me?
Every time he goes, he's there. I was like, well, that's amazing.
That's insane. Get on the plane.
11.
Plane lands.
What time?
Let's say 11.
Did you sleep?
No, don't need to. Too excited. It's your birthday.
What did you do? What did you do for how long is that flight? 4 hours?
4.5 hours. Thought about 2 things.
Me?
Football. 3 things. Football, music,
rock and roll,
you.
and Jonathan.
Rental car. Dodge Caravan. Ooh, that ain't your mama's Caravan.
It's kind of a big whip for you.
Oh yeah, literally all they had. You go to Chrysler Pacific. Just give me the cheapest. Well, we don't have any. That turned into a whole thing. I won't even get into it. I'm in a Dodge. I'm like, literally, I have a like.
It's like
I have a paper, like a brown bag lunch in my hand. That's all I'm holding. Here's a Dodge Caravan with
get like 12 people.
3 rows of 12 people. I'm like, you have nothing? How is the world burning? You don't care at all? There's no fucking Kia, little nothing. That's all we have. Beautiful ride. Again,
it's a good whip.
Ain't your mama's Caravan.
No, it's a sick whip. I even looked at them. They
power.
Shia LaBeouf drives one around.
Oh, he does.
And you can buy them murdered out.
You can
where
get
it
the
gives you like
LaBeouf,
black rims and like it's the LaBeouf
on 32s, the LaBeouf
package.
Oh, I want that. The
good
Dodge
looking,
LaBeouf package.
good looking minivan.
Straight shot to Canton. Couldn't do. There could be no deviations. MapQuest only get me to where I'm going.
What time do you pull up?
I'm early.
How early? Half an hour.
It's about 8:15. They don't open till 9. I'm in a Starbucks in Canton. Many soldiers in fatigues because we got an army base. They all have laptops. You guys appreciate America, and I appreciate you. Thank you for your service. Boom, 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 boom. All of them.
Christ.
Little tiny cards in their hands with palm trees on them. You're welcome. You know what?
Who, me?
You're welcome. Thank you for your service here, and now thank me for my service here, BAM Comedy. Get to the Hall of Fame. I am a little bit early.
Still.
Even
after burning 40.
So excited. But they see me kind of milling about, and there's a door that's kind of, people are coming in and out of, so I kind of give a little wave. A lot of volunteers, older generation. They have no problem inviting me in. I get in, right? You have a ticket? Bam, bam. And then it begins. And it's 100 years.
It smells like a shepherd's pie. That's really what it smells like.
And bangers and mash? What is that?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Amazing. We,
who's we?
me and
the staff.
Me and C. David Baker, the director of the hall, who I see coming down the hallway, and I come up and give him a shake. We chop it up about the integrity of the NFL and about he went into that. Yeah, okay.
Security.
Yeah, me and C. David. This dude's like 6'9", like 400 pounds, like the biggest dude ever. Take it right to him. Direct the hall. Thank you for this. It's amazing. It's like I do 4 hours.
There.
4 hours there.
From 8:50 till.
Yeah. Till like 1:05. I do 4 hours 15 minutes. Back in the whip. Back on the highway. Straight shot right to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, I haven't eaten. Hungry
since left LA.
Like lunch on like Wednesday or Tuesday. So not at the airport, flight, have coffee at the fucking Starbucks. I'm there for 4 hours. I drive, but I don't have my flight's at 8. I don't have fucking time for any fucking bullshit. I have to get right to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I get there at about 2:10 and I'm like, you got to go in, you got to do it. They have a really bad food truck outside. It has an Impossible Burger. So I very quickly just get a plain Impossible Burger and just eat that as fast as I can, which turns out to be great because I have to have some fuel because I'm about to go in and rock. Go right into there. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is fucking amazing. It is
not what we anticipated.
No, I mean,
we thought it was going to be whack, and it was so not whack.
So good, and crazy exhibits and. So much shit and like handwritten lyrics and crazy fucking posters ripped off of like telephone poles and like actual dope posters and then every fucking outfit ever worn by any person and then every fucking instrument. I got an Eddie Van Halen guitar. They had it all. Oh, this room is like pinball machines from like the 80s of like bands that licensed pinball machines. This is like the Elvis exhibit. This is like the Beatles exhibit, the Rolling Stones. This is LA in the 70s. This was New York in the 70s. And like it was like a... This is the 25th anniversary Warped Tour.
It's enormous, right?
Oh, it's enormous. Is that Derek Whibley from Sum 41? Is that the soccer jersey he wore at the Warped Tour? And fuck yeah. Let me touch it.
Snap.
It's just awesome.
How long did you spend there?
Now there, we only went about to 5:35. So we're only looking at about 2:15, 3:15, 5:15, about 3:20.
And if you had your druthers,
yeah,
you could have
I
done
could have
maybe
dipped in
another
a couple
hours,
another hour
at least.
Yeah, rock on TV, and this like this is the garage. They have bands and there's like musicians playing. Like, come on in. Just got in there. You got Barracuda? You guys know Barracuda? Grab that fucking microphone. I mean, this place, real treat. I mean, a real, a couple of little films. For Jonathan Demme's last movie, made a little fucking thing about people in the hall. Just, it just.
So you get out of there.
Oh, then there's a fucking Indians game at Progressive Field. I get out on like the street and I'm like, oh, I got to go like 1 mile to get back to the, and
It's going to take you fucking.
Yeah.
So.
Take it right back, shuttle
it back from the rental thing.
Cleveland Airport, take a breath. I've made it. It's like my flight's at 8. It's a little after 7. I like to get, I like to be a couple hours early, but for me, I had to push it. Get up to my my terminal. I have an aisle seat. I had an aisle seat on the way there. I asked if I could have I had a middle seat. I asked for an aisle seat and got one. I did the same thing there, got an exit row. I mean, I am like killing it, thinking about just how if anything goes wrong. I turned 2 middle seats into aisle seats. I'm standing there. I look over, and Jim Brown is at the Cleveland Airport in my terminal, like leaned up against a wall, and I there's no one there, and I see him, and I say, holy shit. And his wife sees me, and she's like smiling, like, yes, that's... I said, can I he's kind of away from us, and I'm like, can I shake his hand? She's like, yeah, go ahead. It's all right. I was like, Mr. Brown, and this ain't no fucking Tony Kornheiser bullshit at To Kill a Mockingbird. I am locked and loaded on this one. Took it right to him. Absolute honor, sir. Spent today at the Hall of Fame. And he just...
punched his wife in the face.
Yeah, just like, come over here. Get out of the way. I need to punch her.
Sorry.
She didn't carry my
That's
bag.
not funny. That's not funny.
funny.
That's not cool.
Funny at all. For you, those who don't know, Jim has some domestic issues
back in the day.
Oh, you mean no? I think I looked up. He
wasn't that long ago.
Well, this current wife as well. They've been together for like 20 years.
Yeah, but it does happen, right? I'm not talking out of turn.
No, you're not telling tales out of school.
Got some anger.
Cleveland Browns zip up. A lot of people talking about your Browns this year. I hope so. And then a cart pulls up from the airport to throw their bags on, and I'm kind of just like. I was just at the fucking
Did
football
they just give you a ride?
So I got in the back with him, and then we flew back to. No,
did he offer you a ride in his car? She was putting
her bags on. He was. He got a lot going on. I think physically, emotionally, physically hobbled.
I think I saw him at something maybe 15 years ago, and he was hobbled. His knees are fucked, and now he's quite old. So he's maybe 83. Got a little.
He was.
Listen.
He was very nice.
If they chop his fucking head off after he dies, they go into that brain. A lot of those, they might say that some of his,
some of those issues
are maybe fucking induced from, ramming his head against things so much.
I'm sure
seems there's a lot of that. So
different game. She's loving it because I kind of walk away. I just give him that. I say, everyone's talking about your Browns this year. He's like, let's hope so. I back up. She's super sweet because she's looking at me smiling like I can tell you're like dying because you were just at the Football fucking Hall of Fame and now you're talking to Jim Brown at the airport. What would be the equivalent? Fucking Bob Dylan is standing there and I say to him, I'm just at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean, it's like
Oasis.
Liam is there and I call him Noel. Is that his name?
So that's crazy.
Insane. So that just...
Has that the most famous football player you've ever met?
Oh, it would fucking have to be.
Right.
I mean, that's... Yeah. Right? Yeah. Offhand, there's nobody's... Yeah. Good stuff.
Seems like a successful trip.
Jumped back on that plane, came right back. Me and Mies, before midnight. Gravy lovers out.
You're on this couch, watching Vice.
But then again, thinking like about your birthday. So I again bring you back. I bring you back in with the serum. I lay the serums out and hope that you had a good dinner and think about you.
I hope you had a good dinner. I hope it was vegan
for your birthday. For my birthday celebration for you. So yes, it turned out
it was a smash.
Smashing success. Both Hall of Fames.
Sounds like
A+.
Absolutely exhausting day. But I
would say, yeah. because you're really taking a lot in and you're focused.
Well, that and like I said, there's the
2 flights, the 2 drives, the no sleep.
2 flights is a lot.
But it's so good.
So
you
it's
are
2 flights, 2 drives, 1 Impossible Burger.
Yes.
I mean,
but you are
over a 24-hour period of time. I mean, what about when you got here? Did you order food or anything? Did you eat? Or did you not eat until the next day?
Took a knife and just like ate peanut butter and just like cried.
Incredible.
But when you're, especially by the time you get to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, every single thing that you see is so fucking good, you know, that you're just like, you can't get tired or not be, you know, you can't not be focused when you're seeing, you know, dope shit. Like Derek Whibley's fucking Soccer Jersey from the Warped Tour. You can't see that and not get a shot of espresso in you.
Maybe we should end the show before my batteries die. Or
battery gonna die? Do we plug it in?
I can't plug it in.
All right.
I mean, I could.
You need batteries. I
have
actual
batteries
in there.
But I have to stop the thing in order to put them in. I can't just swap them out. I could have. They does have it's power supply, something or other I could get for it. Maybe I should do that.
All right. This was 7:38. Oh yeah, dude. Again, like I've been hearing, I guess they're calling it America's podcast. I mean, I'm not going to argue.
America's greatest podcast.
America's single podcast. Only podcast.
America's only podcast.
I hope that you come back for 7:39.
Yeah. Speaking of, football, but Seth and I will be doing a live show in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, yes.
Saturday, September 7th. Please get tickets for that. You can get those on our website, yeahdude.com. Playing at the Texas Theater in Dallas, September 7th.
Texas Theater, historic.
We've been there a couple of times.
They captured Lee Harvey Oswald.
Such a fun night, always a dope theater, and always a good time. So please come and join us out there.
I mean, just don't worry about that little piece of American history. Just assassinated the president, caught him in the theater.
Pretty weird.
Not crazy at all.
It's pretty crazy. And then also you can go to our Patreon page, Patreon, pledge to us to keep the show commercial free, advertising free, and keep Seth and I alive and thriving. Also go to our website and buy a t-shirt or a hat or a tote or something like that. 888-842-2357 is the voicemail. You can find me on Instagram or email me.
With a vegan meal on your birthday.
UID@me.com.
Could have eaten anywhere in the world.
So good. I had a bunch of stuff I hadn't had before too.
Could have gone to Burger King.
That fucking vegan Whopper looks so disgusting. It's like all the pictures of people putting them up. I was like, this is the saddest shit. This rollout is the most grossest, anticlimactic. Like, you guys didn't bad. Like at least Carl's Jr. just blatantly blew over the fact that they cook it on the same grill, and it's like, no, it's not vegan because it's like covered in juices. This is like,
think about that.
No, we'll make it vegan for you. Like, we'll literally
that grill towel, and you just give it one little wipe. I walked into my first Burger King, stood there, and was like, "Oh, it's definitely
not happening
here." Came up to Sunset east of Western. Walked in there and was like, "It's not happening here either." And tried to.
That was a loud enough firework to set off a car alarm.
Well, I mean, it is August. 4th of August.
4th of August.
Tried to do it in the second one. Realized there was no way I'm communicating. How do we not just take the extra runoff that you pour on my...
Yeah, could you not take the
so my only thought is they open...
Oil?
This one on Sunset opens at 6 a.m.
So you're just going to get it
before... when the doors open, if I walked in, I would assume there's no... Do they start cooking burgers before people order
They never
them?
Stop. Even when they're closed, they're still eating the ones that they don't sell.
Shit. They got they're going to do meatball marinara subs, beyond subs at Subway.
I saw that.
In September.
I'd fuck with that.
I know you'd fuck with that. Throw some provolone on that.
Hey. I know. I'm down.
You guys got provolone? Provolone?
No.
We call it provolone. You know Roma, right?
I can't wait for that. I'd fuck with that. Hard.
Did you fuck with that fucking Dunkin' Donuts when we were in Manhattan? Because they get the Beyond Sausage for a little fucking sausage egg McMuffin there. I mean, egg and cheese, but they do a little Beyond patty.
No.
They haven't rolled that out. That was just in New York City.
The patty?
Yeah. At all
Yeah, because they have the
Dunkins
links and shit, but you can't get the patties, right?
Bam. Oh, no, just this. They do.
Oh, at the Dunkin'.
Yeah, at the Dunkin', they do like an Egg McMuffin with, that meatball marinara is going to fucking.
I'm all about that.
Woo!
Come back for 739.
Yeah, come back for 739. Thank you so much. Tell a friend about
This great show.
about this original
podcast.
original podcast.
The only American podcast.
It's amazing to be the original American only podcast. Seatbelts.
Seatbelts.